If you owe me money, then pay him. I'm done with doing bucks and favors. See, boss today, he likes a pasta.
Welcome to Battle Truth, in my point of view. I don't know you, so I'm not a hater. I could only give you the facts that's written on these papers. And since we have no dealings, therefore this court can care less about your feelings. I'm the Honorable Malachi R.Kelly, your presiding judge, chairman and spokesperson for the One United Front. You are my witnesses and jury. You may be seated. Court is now in session. The state of Illinois versus R.Kelly. Mr. Kelly, you are being charged with 10 counts of criminal aggravated sexual assault. How do you plead?
I want a cookie.
No, this nigga did. Are you serious right now? You said you want a what?
I want a cookie.
Mr. Kelly, this is not the time and place to be requesting cookies. You are being charged with multiple felonies that could land you in prison for the rest of your life, not including lawsuits and fines ranging in the millions. So how do you plead?
I want a cookie.
Shut up! What the hell is wrong with you? In here singing and lashing out about cookies. You ain't making this look good for you right now. And while we on the subject of cookies, since you think you gonna make a mockery of my courtroom, our records show that you purchased numerous packs of Girl Scout cookies from underage minors over the past years, who alleging that you touched them also. What's the story behind that?
My mom would go to McDonald's before she go to work, before I go to school, and she would get us a Danish. It's all we could afford is a Danish and a cup of coffee. And we would split the Danish and cup of coffee. She wore this cheap lipstick. And she would put 3 creams and 6 sugars in the coffee. And she would stir it up. She would open the Danish, split it with a little plastic white knife. She had this cheap lipstick, and she would taste the coffee to make sure it was sweet enough. And she'd leave the ring of lipstick on the coffee when she tasted the coffee. And I remember when she would give me mine, when I would sip from the cup, I would turn it around and I would drink from her lipstick part. Because in a son mother way, I had a serious crush on my mom because she could sing her butt off. And I just looked up and down to her. I looked around. I looked everything about my mother. You know, I loved her. And I even asked her to marry me one day. I was like, nah. She said no. But you know what? I understood.
Of course.
I understood.
But you still had to try, Mr. Kelly.
Absolutely.
Nigga, is you listening to yourself? You just said under oath you wanted to have sex with your own mama. Talking about how you had a serious crush on her. You proposed to marry her. When you get your turn to drink out the cup, you would turn it around and press your lip up against the lipstick print she left on the cup, desiring to kiss her. How the hell you expect somebody to believe you not guilty of all these allegations against you when you want to 12 play your own mama? Am I understanding you correctly?
Absolutely.
This is really sad. And as a man, I feel very uncomfortable listening to your testimony. Mr. Kelly, I've been doing this for numerous of years, and I don't know any defense that is good enough to get you out of none of the allegations, none of the charges that is being stacked up against you. You were better off just taking a plea deal. Therefore, you could have at least stood a fighting chance to see parole.
Is this camera on me?
They've been on you since you got here.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
Mr. Kelly, do not make a scene or you will be held in contempt of court.
That's stupid.
No stupider than you wanting to have sex with your own mama.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. I didn't do this stuff.
We know you didn't do this, Robert. We know R.Kelly did this, and that's why I'm considering only giving you 35 years and giving R.Kelly 50 years. Since you seem to have split personalities and you allowed him to do this, then y'all can split the sentence also.
I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Who the hell you talking to?
I gave him 30 years of my career. 30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me.
We definitely not trying to kill you. We want to keep you alive for as long as we can to get the most time out of you we can get.
Killing me, man. This is not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it.
Shut up and sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me, we're going to destroy your career. There's real girls out there missing.
And if you show us where you got them hidden, we can shorten your sentence.
There's real young girls out there being abducted.
Where are they then, Mr. Kelly? Where do you have them hidden?
They really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists, and they can't get out.
You should know, speaking from experience, since you the one that put them on them.
I need somebody to help me not have a big heart. Because my heart is so big. People betray me, and I keep forgiving them.
Shut your dumb ass up. I don't trust him. Smell his fingers. Smell his fingers. Done messed up McDonald's coming up in here smelling like you just did something. Screaming about your kids and you ain't even paid child support.
How can I pay child support? How? If my ex-wife is destroying my name and I can't work, how can I work? How can I get paid? How can I take care of my kids? How?
Bailiff, give Mr. Kelly some tissue, please.
I don't want no tissue. I'ma leave.
Nah, you ain't going no damn well. As you were saying, carry on.
Look, man, look. I'm telling y'all. I flew in on a helicopter with a damn puppy and I proposed to Drill, who I was in love with.
We interviewed the puppy. Our officers have informed us that the puppy is willing to cooperate and that you inappropriately touched him also. So you will be updated on those charges also.
Lie! We had 3 beautiful kids. Not once have I ever had a domestic violence call at the house and all this, that, and the other. It never happened.
Some of these allegations are sickening and quite disturbing, Mr. Kelly, from pissing to defecating and hog-tying.
Somebody sent me something on my phone and said that I hog-tied her. I don't know how to hog-tie people. What would I hog-tie? My kids is listening to this, all of this nonsense, and I ain't been able to spend no time with them.
You were a married man with a wife and family. You could have spent as much time as your children as you would want to. You could still be with them right now today if that was your choice. However, due to your power, due to your money, due to your popularity, and due to your lack of self-control, you destroyed your own marriage. You chose to separate yourself from your family. So now since your life and freedom is in the hands of this court, now you want to be with your children. Mr. Kelly, it's too late for that. Whether you know how to hog tie or not is the least of your worries. I find you guilty of assaulting and raping minors. Also, I'm seizing all of Mr. Kelly's assets, where they will be divided amongst all his victims and people who he have abused over his years of perversion. You are hereby sentenced to 80 years in prison, where you will be locked in a cell with 4 men in drags to leave you with a torn ass that you're gonna have to soak in Epsom salt. So warm bath.
Chillin' with my bros, they PGs, they're my classmates. I just hit a punchline and she just hit the jazz face. What you spend on your house a year? That's my card note, you mid-tier. Boy, I'm top tier, Dr. Marco. Acapella spits an art though, fuck the narco. Roll up in this bitch and park though, where your heart go? You tired of being a lame? You want the money and the fame? And the people be screaming your name? And you should be spitting like 3 of them things.
See you're 3 in this thing. Yeah, Apple and just a gang. You better not act.